Okay, this is People of the State of Michigan versus Timothy Stewart, docket number 20-305FH. Mr. Stewart, if you could come up to the podium, please. And you're here today, Mr. Stewart, because I signed an order to show cause for you to explain to me why you should not be held in contempt of court for violating your tether conditions. And you have the right to an attorney. You are represented by Mr. Marks, who's present here today. What could happen today is I could find you in contempt of court. Contempt of court is punishable by up to 93 days in jail, or I could revoke your bond as well. You do have the right to be represented. And Mr. Marks, how are we proceeding on this?
Afternoon, Your Honor, Police Court. I've had the opportunity as far as to speak with my client. He understands that the violation is for not having the permission of the court to be at his godmother's. So he's going to admit responsibility, guilt, as far as for not getting the court's permission, as far as not being in, I guess, essentially breaking curfew.
Yes, and that would be, we're talking about this most recent violation that we're here for, I should have said, is the time frame of December 8th at 10:09 p.m. to December 9th at 5:59 a.m. for being at the location 209 North Pennsylvania in violation of tether.
Correct.
All right, and is that what you want to do then, Mr. Stewart, is admit to that?
I will, but if I may explain myself.
You may, of course, but first, would you raise your right hand, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay, so you heard me say the dates, and I know that we've had some other going to your godmother's house, but that on this particular date, December 8th to December 9th, were you in violation of your tether?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and that's because you went to your godmother's house without prior approval?
Yes.
Okay, and spent the night there, basically?
Yes, to make sure she's well.
All right, I accept your plea of guilt to contempt of court, and well, first of all, did the people want to be heard at all? No. Okay, Mr. Marks?
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, I've had the opportunity as far as to speak with Mr. Stewart about this, also as far as with Ms. Morrissey from pretrial services. Understanding the fact that we both had the same conversation as far as with Mr. Stewart, is that he has to give the court time in reference to if he's going to be taking care of his godmother on a particular day, well, particular night. He needs to give enough time. I understand that he isn't getting notice quickly as far as whether or not his cousin is going to be at the residence to take care of his godmother or not. But he understands now that he needs to give the court time to make a decision whether or not he's going to be allowed to stay at his godmother. I don't think there's any question of Mr. Stewart breaking anything else. It's just the fact that he needs to give the court time as far as to make a decision. And if that means that he can't stay with his godmother, he's going to have to accept that responsibility. I understand the responsibility he has to his godmother, but he also has a responsibility to this court. So with that, I would simply ask the court to accept the guilty plea as far as a bond violation. Other than that, I haven't heard of any other problems other than this situation of giving the court enough time to react to his request.
All right, thank you. And now, Mr. Stewart, you said you wanted to say something?
Yes.
Go right ahead.
As you guys know, my godmother is sickly, and we've had several scares this year because she has COPD, and we all know about COVID-19 and all this. She cannot be left alone at this moment, and my brother has to work, my godbrother Jordan. I have a statement from him saying that I am the only person other than my cousin sometimes that can be available to her. She needs help going to the bathroom, food. She's diabetic like I am. I have intentionally obeyed all the laws since I've been on tether. The only reason why I did that because when I was on actual house arrest, all I had to do was leave a message to Ms. Morrissey and let her know like if I needed to go to the store or something, and then, you know, she would let me know or call me the next morning. So I thought that's how that worked. But now that she confirmed it to me that I have to get approval, because it's not the same as when I was on house arrest. Now that I know that, I can try to work something out with my godbrother. He works at Deco staffing or something like that. He works nights, 12-hour shifts. And I really don't want anything to happen to her. And I'm so far on the other side of town sometimes. That's why I felt the need to stay with her, because I don't want to lose her, you know.
I
And
understand.
she's very ill. Like, it's, you know, it's like she's progressively failing.
I understand.
So yeah, I'll try to do better and make sure I get a schedule. I did try to tell him that too, but apparently since he's a temp, they don't have him on a permanent, however it works, but we're trying to work it out to where everything is good and I won't have to be doing this either.
Okay, well, let me go through this with you, Mr. Stewart, because when your case came up from district court to me, you had a bond condition, and the bond condition was that you were on house arrest.
Yeah.
So we had multiple incidents where pretrial services kept telling me he's violating the house arrest and leaving the house. And, you know, after I had more than one of them, I believe, I could have very well have said at that point, come on in and I'm going to find you in contempt of court or revoke your bond or something like that. But instead of doing that, I sort of gave you a reward, because I sat and thought about it long and hard. And I thought, you know, I have people that have committed less serious offenses, more serious offenses, that aren't on house arrest. It seemed like a very, very restrictive condition that maybe didn't match up so well with your alleged offense. And so I thought, you know what, it's almost like we're setting you up to fail on it.
Yeah.
And so instead of violating you on it, I said, you know what, let's do something else. Let's take off the house arrest and do something a little more reasonable.
Yeah.
So tether with a curfew. So after I did that, I got a report from pretrial services. It says that you had GPS points tracked on you on December 2nd. This was after I gave you the gift of no more house arrest. December 2nd, 8:55 p.m. to 11:46 p.m., you were at 300 North Pennsylvania. Okay, that's, you know, close to your godmother's house. Maybe would give you some wiggle room on that and say, okay. But then on 11:58 p.m. to 12:10 a.m. the next day, you were at 500 East Saginaw, which is Quality Dairy. And then on 12:03, that next day, you were from 12:24 p.m. to 5:59 a.m. back at 300 North Pennsylvania. So you know what I said when pretrial services sent me that report? I checked, take no action at this time. And I signed it, Judge Joyce Draganchuk, and sent it back to them. I gave you a pass. I gave you a full pass. So then on December, well, whatever, I get another report from pretrial services. And this one says that, again, tether activity tracked you on December 4th from 10:03 p.m. to December 5 at 4:08 p.m. And this time you're at 919 Jerome Street. And then on 12/5 from 4:22 a.m. to 4:47 a.m., you're at 205 North Pennsylvania.
That's at my cousin's house where my godmother stays sometimes. He's right down the street. And the Jerome Street, that's actually connected to the parking lot of where her house is. So you can stand there and literally be in the.
Then at 12:05, but you didn't have permission. That's the thing.
No, it's in the complex. It's still at the
12:05 on 12/5 at 4:52 a.m. to 5:42 a.m. You're at 919 Jerome Street. On 12/5, 5:43 a.m. to 5:59 a.m., you're at 205 North Pennsylvania. On 12/7, 8:22 p.m. to 5:59 a.m., you're at 205 North Pennsylvania.
Yep.
That's what they sent me. You know what I did?
And that's where she goes sometimes.
You know what I did? I checked take no action at this time, and I signed it, Judge Joyce Draganchuk, and I sent it back to pretrial services. So then we get the current one. And again, You're at 209 North Pennsylvania on 12/8 at 10:09 PM to 12/9 at 5:59 AM. Now, Mr. Stewart, I'm not gonna look like a fool. I'm not gonna look like a fool.
No, absolutely not.
And I cannot check this one, take no action at this time, and send it back. There has to be something that changes here. I am sentencing you to 30 days in the Am County Jail, no earned early release, no early tether release, and you have the right to file an application for leave to appeal your sentence and your conviction, and your conviction and your sentence. And
Come on, man. How am I gonna pay my bills? I can't even pay my bills right now.
30 days.
I can't do it.
Your bond is intact.
I can't do it. No, what the fuck, bro? What the? Dude. No, please do it, bro. Dude, stop. No, stop, bro. Stop.
Come on, man. Stop resisting now.
Man, dude.
Stop.
This is bullshit.
Your bond is You're still gonna get out of that.
Stop.
Oh my God.
Stop, dude. Come on.
You're okay, Mr. Stewart. You're still gonna get out on bond, okay?
Dude, calm down. Hey, don't make yourself worse. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Down. Calm down. Calm down. Hey. Hey. Calm down. Calm down. What's his name? Mr. Stewart, listen to my voice. Hey, listen to my voice. Mr. Stewart. Calm down, okay, bud? I'm gonna roll you over on your side, okay?
Just don't fight anymore, okay? It's over. It's for that.
All right. Mr. Stewart,
You're gonna see
we're
him.
gonna stitch up, okay?
Fine, sit up. No, don't fight anymore.
No,
Okay.
don't do this. Don't do this, okay?
Relax.
Don't. We're gonna set you up, okay?
You guys are all set?